And welcome to another episode of the Grimm Tales podcast. Yes, we are back again for your enjoyment, because that's what we do here. We work our asses off and we don't get no sleep, and we look like old men, and we put on a show. That's what we do.
We are old men.
Yeah, I mean, fucking sure are. I mean, I got the see, you're a little more. I'm
a little more older. I'm the big 4-0 here, baby.
No, you're less. Yeah. You're a little less than a year. You're a little less than a year. But point is, you shave it off so it doesn't show as much. I still kept the hair, so I got like the salt and pepper beard going on and shit.
Yeah, so. I keep it fresh and sexy. You know.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
You got that what they call that? They call that Batista Light.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Or Diet Batista.
That's right. I'm Batista with all the muscles and the veins in the face.
Yeah, that's Batista Light. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Fucking, well, yeah. All right, guys. So we like to talk shit here. You've made it to another episode of the Grimm Tales podcast. Here we talk about horror movies and I'll break them down. If you have not seen this movie that I will announce here in a second, but if you're visually watching this, you'll see this movie above. If not, the movie that we're doing tonight is Hereditary. If you have not seen the film, stop. Just stop right now, because this is a discussion. This is a breakdown of the film.
Spoilers everywhere.
Spoilers everywhere. This is not a review base. Yes, we do give it a score at the end, but this is not just a review. This is a sit-down discussion. We let you know what we thought, what we liked, what we didn't like. And we like to interact with you guys in the chats, in the discussions on the comments of these videos. So yeah, if you have not seen this movie right here, Hereditary, stop. Unless you don't really give a fuck about the movie, then I mean, then that's whatever. I mean, we're not going to kick you out for no reason. But the main thing here is I don't want to hear why'd you ruin the movie for me. Here's your warning right there. So yeah, this is another episode of the Grimm Tales podcast. And before we get into anything, I got to do the professional shit. Right here, that URL, all things Noble and Noble affiliated. That URL is linktr.ee/NOBULL_GI. That is linktr.ee/Noble_GI. That you will be able to find all things Noble, including the YouTube page, the Twitch page, Facebook page, Instagram page, fucking TikTok page, and the website, so forth and so on. The Discord, everything. And then you will also be able to find such things as Noble affiliations with the VNG development content and the synth pop radio content. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Get to that URL, pass it around, share it with your friends, share it with everybody. It's very important. Get in the Discord. I'm going to mention it every chance I get. Get into Discord. It's very important. That's how we communicate and interact with you guys. So, well, that's one of them. That's the major way we do it. So yeah, get in there, guys. All right, it's very important. You don't know how, like, if you're watching this now, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's very important. You have no idea how important it is. If you're listening to us on your podcast network of choice, I was at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Play Podcast,
all the big names,
all the big guys. Okay, like all of them, they're all there. Okay, if you're listening on them, do whatever the requirement is there, because I can't keep track of them all.
I don't know.
But do it.
Most of them have the thumbs up.
Give it the thumbs up. Fucking whatever they are. I know on Spotify we have like little comments you can leave and whatnot, but do the requirements. Like, help us out. Get those numbers up. It goes a long way, guys. You do more than what you think you do.
Tell the homies.
Tell everybody. Pour one out for the homies.
That's right.
But yeah, I think I've talked a little bit about our bullshit that we had to talk about. Tonight we are doing Hereditary.
Hereditary.
I am a bit on the indifferent side with this one.
It was an interesting movie. I'm not gonna go and say it was a good movie or a bad movie, but it was. It was directed by.
I have the director's
Harry.
name.
Astor.
Hold on, I got his name written down in my notes here. Bad guy. No, this movie. Okay, hold on.
And
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I have it right here. It's Harry Astor. His name is Astor.
Harry Astor. You just said Harry Astor. Did you really say that?
Yes, I did. Am I wrong? Like, I know what you're getting at. Oh, Harry Astor. Harry Ass.
His name is Ari.
Ari Astor? Is that what it is?
Ari. You said Harry Astor. That's why I'm like,
Harry.
his name's not Harry Astor. Like, that shit's hilarious. That is not. It's fucking.
Oh my goodness.
It's fucking Ari Astor. Ari.
Okay.
You said fucking Harry Astor.
Oh
That's beautiful. I love it. You know what? That's what we're calling him for the rest of the fucking show. We're calling him Harry Astor. Fucking
Harry
hell.
Astor. That's him. Oh my Christ. I can't believe I said
fucking
that.
Harry Astor. That's good. No, I dig it. I dig
Harry
it.
Astor. That should be his name. That should be his name.
I'm telling you, I'd have made a career out of that. That alone.
Oh, absolutely. And this is his first full-length film.
Is it his first one?
It's his first one. Yeah.
Oh shit! I did not know it was his first one. I thought he. Yeah. I looked him up briefly just to get his name and
he's
shit.
Done,
but
he's done shorts and things like that I've read, but nothing full length like this one. No.
Oh
this
fuck!
Is his first. Yeah.
Well, see, a part of me. I'm gonna put this down right now. A part of me wants to hate this movie, but a part of me wants to like it too. Right?
Yeah,
it's like
the same boat I'm in.
Yeah, it's just like I don't. A part of me is just angry that I watched it. Right? It's just like, what the fuck. I'm gonna say right now. I didn't even. I don't have this in notes, but I did say that I was gonna say this to myself. Okay. I knew I was gonna say this. This felt, even though it wasn't, because it was Ari Aster. It felt like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Kind of.
It had that like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you till the end, and then I'm gonna make a U-turn. That's basically what it did. So
the thing about this movie was that the movie was and it was very suspenseful. I'm not gonna lie, the movie kept me wondering. The problem with the movie for me was that it was slow to the getting, and even during the middle, it was still slow to the next getting and the third getting. It was a very slow movie.
No, it was. It absolutely was.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna also say that this movie was not what I expected it to be.
It was not.
They marketed this movie out to be something completely different. But here's the thing. Okay, you know what? No, I take that back. It was and it wasn't, right? Like the whole movie itself wasn't what it was supposed to be. But then at the end, it landed up kind of taking a U-turn and being the movie that I thought it was going to be.
Right. Yeah,
so it's like it's weird. It's real weird.
Now, I will say the movie was pretty dark, meaning it was very suspenseful. The scenes were dark. The house was perfect for this type of film. It was like a log house, right, out in the middle of bumfuck whatever, and it was perfect. It was.
I like the. I'm always a big fan of this, so I will say one of the things that I'm a fan of in this movie is I love atmospheric sound. And this movie did do a good job of using atmospheric sound to build up tension. So I will say that it did have that to not the greatest by any means. It wasn't like Smile level or some other movies that I did.
This movie was not good for jumps. If you're looking for jump scares and shit like that, this is not the movie. This is more of a slow suspense.
I do have this. I do have this on notes. This movie had plenty of opportunity.
It did
for jump scares,
right?
But they never used them.
Never used them. No. And maybe that was part of his plan, that was part of the director's plan, to
I mean, I hope so. I hope he had a plan.
I remember some parts when the main actress, Annie, she would take her time to look to see what was behind her and stuff. It was almost like she thought about it, then turned, and then you got to see what it was.
Yeah.
But it was built that way. It was built on suspense primarily.
It wasn't the great suspense, I'm gonna tell you. This was more of a psychological horror that turned into a supernatural film.
Yeah, I mean the movie's called Hereditary, right?
Which makes no. I mean,
well, it does because let me explain. So basically, what happens is what they inherit, you're not gonna want in real life. Trust me, but. It just means that something had to be passed down from the grandma, basically.
See, now
we'll get to that.
Here's the thing I'll say to you, right? And I do have this in notes somewhere in there. if they would have done, and I'll go further in this later on as we talk about it, but if they would have went with the theme that they did at the end, and they would have did that throughout the film, I would have liked this movie more. But they were like, they tried, again, here we go with these fucking movies, because I've discussed these before, where the movie tries to be clever by being a completely different movie. And then at the end, it's like, hey, surprise, it's not that kind of movie. There's a difference between a plot twist and cheesy ass trying to trick you. And that's what I felt this movie kind of did.
I think the part that bothered me the most about this movie was that we really didn't know what was going on till literally third way into the movie.
Like the third act, like
I don't know if smarter people out there in the world caught on right away, but I didn't. I'm just gonna be honest. I did not. The whole 3 portions of the beginning of the movie, I was still guessing what the hell's what's happening here. Like, honestly,
I thought the movie was supposed to be about. I thought it was going to be like an Omen. That's what I thought this movie was going to be. I thought it was going to be like an Omen, like the original Omen movies, where it's like not necessarily the Antichrist like it was in the Omen, but something along the lines. You have a kid, the kid's inherited some dark fucking whatever, and then it causes, the kid causes a lot of mischief and problems and pain and blah blah. And that's
well, let's do this. Let's start with the cast, so then because I want to get to the little girl's name, because she's actually the towards the beginning. It's
primarily focused around her.
It's primarily all about her, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. So we have Toni Collette. That's her name, Toni Collette, and she played the mom, Annie.
Yeah, Toni Collette. Yes.
Yeah, Toni Collette. She played the mom, and then we have Gabriel Byron. That was
Gabriel. Dad. Okay, here's the thing about him, right? He's actually Gabriel Byrne.
Byrne, is it?
Okay, Byron. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. He's actually, I know him from a lot of stuff. He's one of the 2 actors in this film that I knew, right? Really, I didn't really know many of the other ones. He's been in. I wrote down some notes just to make sure I got them all right. But he was in the movie The End of Days. With Arnold Schwarzenegger back in like 2000, it was in the millennium. The movie came out. It was like Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it about the devil coming to like apocalypse and shit. He played the devil basically. He was basically the devil in that. He's also been in Man in the Iron Mask. That was a good old school movie. He was in that. He's been in Stigmata. He was in Stigmata as well. And a big personal favorite of mine is he was in the Vikings. TV, the Vikings show.
So he's been everywhere then.
Oh yeah, no, that's only a handful, dude. He's been in a lot of shit that you would know and we wouldn't know. Like he's been around for a while, and so he's been around. He's definitely a probably if I had to say, he's probably the largest actor in this film.
Okay, yeah, because I couldn't find much on any of them, but I'm glad you did that. And then, do you know anything about Alex Wolff?
I do. Alex Wolff. He's a up and coming actor. He's actually been in an episode, a movie that we've done here on a previous episode. He was the son. I cannot remember the son's name. It's in one of my older notes. He was the son in the film Old that we did. He was the older version, not the young version. He was the old. He's the one that he's the one that knocked up the girl.
The cute girl. Yeah,
and was like, I don't know how I did that.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh, and by the way, because Gabriel Byron, he's Steve in the movie. I like to get both names. And then also, Alex Wolff, he plays Peter.
Yeah,
he's the son. And then I have the little girl's name, which I learned it was her first big role, movie-wise, and her name was Millie Shapiro.
Millie Shapiro.
Millie Shapiro.
And she is only she's been in this movie that we're doing tonight. She's also been in Monkey Bars, Broadway Kids, and J.J. Valens' Fear of Towels. That's all she's been in.
Were those movies or just like TV shows?
That is her overall movie and TV appearances.
Okay.
Only 4 things.
I may be wrong, because I read somewhere that was her first movie, but since then she's done all that, I guess.
She's also She's also
2018, right?
Yeah, it was 2018. She's also apparently she's also a singer, a musician, so I don't know how much about that though.
And what was her name in the movie?
Her name in the movie was
I thought I wrote it down. Charlie. Okay,
Charlie.
Okay. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. And and that's all I have for characters. And then the family name is Graham.
Yeah, Graham. Yeah.
Yeah, the Graham family. All right. So let's see here. So basically, I guess we could get started on the plot, right? The movie.
Yeah,
here.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So basically, the movie basically begins by us learning that they live in some woods somewhere in a nice,
I think that's where they started hitting the eerie tones. That's where I really noticed that there was eerie tones. I was like, okay, that's good.
And then we get to this. Yeah, exactly. I like the scenery, everything. The house was kind of spooky at night and everything. It was, I liked it. It was a nice house to do the filming. But it really begins character development when so the mom, Annie, right?
Give me a second. Keep going.
So the mom, Annie, she is into miniatures. What miniatures are is people that make things that are in real life very small for toys or whatever. So I also like the transition they did in the beginning where they actually went into her, I'm just going to call it a dollhouse looking thing, but then it transitioned into the boy's room.
Yeah.
Because she was making an exact replica of her home.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know because here's the thing. She wasn't just doing an exact replica of her home. She was doing like it was like frozen time of events that had happened. Because at one point she was in a funeral. One point, I mean, we'll get to the one scene later on and stuff like that. So it wasn't just the house. It was just like major scenes that she wanted to freeze in time.
Yes. Yeah. So she took her art, which was miniature art, and she just, I don't know, she brought everything she lived through, I guess, to life.
Yeah.
In a way. And that scene is basically the father walking into the room telling the son, Peter, to get dressed because they have to go to Grandma's funeral.
Yeah. Grandma kicked the bucket.
Grandma kicked the bucket. She's the mom, Annie, is standing on the pulpit or whatever you call that, where you talk to the people. Mm-hmm. And this is when we start learning that Grandma was a seclusive person, kind of
very private,
basically not a person that you would normally want to approach. She wasn't that type of people. And so that's the part that we learned that. Because what I'm trying to portray here is that the grandmom is important throughout the whole movie. Okay,
in a backstory kind of deal.
In a backstory type of deal, she's important. But this is also where we learned that the little girl, I guess what was her name? I forget now.
Ah, shit. Her name was Charlie. Yes, Charlie.
Charlie. She likes to sketch in sketchbooks. She likes to draw, things like that. And it's important because the sketchbook actually comes back towards the end of the movie. So keep that in mind that she likes to sketch what she sees, basically. I'm trying to think what else.
See, here's the bullshit that I will say, though. It is relevant, but it isn't relevant because I can't really say too much now, but once we get to it, you'll realize I'll go over why it's not relevant. The reason it's relevant is, yes, they do go into it later into the film, but it's not for the reasons that you think.
Okay.
It's wild. It's
okay.
It's a little misleading the way that they tried to do it. But it's like, again, okay, I will say that around the scene that you're talking about, this like right after the funeral and all that bullshit, because this is all right in the beginning. This all happens right at the beginning. She sees a dead bird in the tree.
Oh, that part fucked me up.
Because she cut the bird's head off, and then went home with it.
Yeah, she's in class, and a bird hits the window, right? Hit the window. Is that what's happened, right?
Yeah.
And then after school, she goes to the side of the school where the impact happened, picks up the bird, and scissors off his fucking head.
Yeah, scissors off his head and brings it home like, oh, pretty bird.
Yeah, like what the like. And so then at that point, in my opinion, we're learning now that the girl is disturbed in a way. She's
which is what I expected the movie to originally be about.
Exactly.
So when I
thought
started
this movie
seeing that,
was
I'm
gonna
like,
be about the
okay.
little girl.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. Cool, whatever. Fair enough.
I mean, and even still after that, we also learn more about the little girl. She's seclusive. She doesn't like, she sleeps in her treehouse because she doesn't want to sleep in the same house as the family, in the code.
Yeah. She's like, fuck you guys. Which, again, makes a little more sense later on.
Right.
Why the treehouse is so important, which is fucking weird, but whatever.
And then I wrote down that after returning from the this already happened after the funeral, but the one that begins to have like apparitions and things is the mom, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes and no. Yeah, and yes and no. I don't know how to explain that. Like, she did and she didn't. It was real weird.
Yeah, it was, and this is what I mean with the movie. The movie was just slow to explain itself. It was slow to everything. But I guess we'll focus on the little girl. So basically, at one point, the little girl does go off on her own, right?
Yeah, she's walking out. Like that scene was kind of wild. I mean...
Yeah, because you do see the grandma, right?
You see the grandma, and she's out in the woods, surrounded by fire, naked and shit.
Yeah, naked and shit. And then, and then you also saw the grandmom after she cut off the bird's head. She was across the street.
She was across the street watching her, yeah.
Yeah. So the girl is already seeing her grandma. And then we get, and I guess that attributes to her missing her grandmom, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Kinda, I guess.
Kind of, I guess. But you'll learn that all these happenings were meant to happen. You know what I mean? From a different perspective.
Yeah, they're all preordained, if you would say.
And then we got the father. The father doesn't do much. The father's basically there to...
He's the sane one. He's kind of like the one who's just like, man, I'm just a guy trying to do things and take care of my family and leave me the fuck alone.
We do learn that he is a therapist, and he is actually his wife's therapist, which they don't ever recommend.
Which, it's a really bad conflict of interest there.
It is. You're always going to baby a loved one.
Yeah.
You're not going... Matter of fact, this comes into fruition in the movie. He gets a phone call that tells him that her grandmom's
the grave was desecrated.
The grave was desecrated, and what does he do?
He hides it from her.
It's just a billing thing.
Yeah.
So he's already protecting her. That's why they say it's a big no. You can't.
Yeah.
So basically, from him we learned that he's just basically the glue of the family.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
But he's trying. He's trying. I'll give him credit. He's trying. He's definitely trying.
I mean, he's losing his patience, but he's trying.
Now, but here's the thing. Like, I started to feel less and less sympathy for the mom as the movie went on, because she seemed like she was too wrapped up in herself. She didn't really give a fuck about the kids anyway. Plus, they go into some of the shit that she has a problem with later on.
They do.
But we haven't gotten to that yet. We don't find that out. They go to that party before we even find anything out.
Right. Oh, you talk about the therapy party thing, right?
No. Well, I mean, she does go to that. That's where she opens up and shit. I'm talking about before we even really learn about what she has done to the family in the past. We go to that party that the kid goes to, and then after that, we find out what she, why the kid's afraid of her and blah 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 and all this other bullshit.
Yeah. Well, the party. No. You got to remember the therapy was actually before that.
Yeah, no, the therapy was. I'm saying there was another. We didn't find out what she did to the son till after. Yeah, the party.
At this point we see the thing is that
she just comes off as being a stressed out mom at that meeting. That's what she comes off as.
Pretty much, and this is when she reveals that she comes from a long line of difficult people that, like her mother, she had a personality disorder.
Yeah.
Okay, that was her mother. Her father had a depression disorder, which caused him to not eat and starve himself to death. And then we learned that in that same scene, she also goes into how her brother hung himself.
Yeah.
Okay, in grandmom's bedroom. So now we learned that the mom's already very.
She's been in a line of fucking some horrific shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, so she's all fucked up, she's screwed up in the head, and then past this point is when, they go home, they go back home, everything seems to be whatever, and then the son gets invited to a party, right?
Yeah.
And apparently this party is it's more of a adult type party, but he has to lie to his mother.
It's teenagers. It's teenagers being teenagers.
Yeah. So weed, drinks, whatever. But of course, he has to dumb it down for mom. And here's the fucked up part: the mom's
just like, yeah, take your sister, get her out of my basically get her out of my hair. She needs to get out of the fucking house. Go take her with you.
Oh my God, yes. And could you imagine being a teenager and asking to go out and everything, and they dump your sister on you? It's like,
I mean, I've kind of had that because I was, I'm the oldest one, and
oh man,
I have had situations where it's like I'm going somewhere. Hey, can you bring your brother with you or some shit? I've had that in the past. It has happened. It is what it is.
And you can tell he was stuck because
he's like, man, mom, I'm trying to get some pussy, man. Like, damn it, come on, mom, you're cock blocking me, mom.
Exactly, and it's funny because it turns out that he's the one that actually brought the weed to the fucking party.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like somehow he got weed. Okay.
Now, okay, there is an interesting fact that we need to say before we get to this part because we didn't mention it. She's also this might seem completely irrelevant as of right this second.
Oh yes,
it's not.
yes.
She has a nut allergy.
The little girl.
The little girl. Yeah, she has the little girl. She has a nut allergy and she has to have an EpiPen to save her life. Blah blah. So nuts are bad. No nuts for her. So go on.
Yes. When she grows up, no nuts for her. Okay?
No nuts for her.
But she doesn't get to grow up, so
we'll get to that shortly.
So they go to this party, whatever. The boys trying to go eat the cake. They were serving cake, okay. And because he's trying to go
you never tell a kid at a teenager party to go eat the cake. You don't know what they got in that cake. She's lucky. She's lucky it was what it was. That could have been like a fucking pot brownie. She'd have been high for a week.
Oh my God, yes.
Maybe that would have been better though. Just saying.
I was gonna say that probably would have been a better outcome for the poor little girl at least. So, all right. So because he just wants to go upstairs with the homies, and obviously he's interested in this girl. I'm assuming. And he pulls out the weed, and they go upstairs and everything. And the little girl goes over, starts to eat the cake and everything. And
this is the first movie I've seen him in that he didn't get any ass, or at least they didn't show it. Because the last movie we seen, which was old, and he was in it, he banged the. Well, they didn't show it, but they emphasized that he banged the clothes off her. So
maybe it's in his contract. You'll never show my dick, but I'll bang things. I don't know.
You just got to emphasize that I'm banging them. That's all.
That's right.
I just don't want you to show it. It's not that impressive. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I won't go there. But
not yet. You got to wait a little bit. Let's go on.
So the poor little girl, who I really thought was going to be the antagonist in this whole movie, because I mean, some of her eerie looks in the beginning and everything were. I mean, they build it up for her to be the problem.
Yeah.
But it didn't turn out that way. It actually turned out that
well, before you get to it, it's like she eats the cake, so now she's having an allergic reaction. So now, good old boy over there, he's got to leave the party and get her to the hospital quick because her throat's closed and she's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're riding. He's driving like 80, 90 miles per hour down. I don't know where the fuck they live. That shit was out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I researched the location of the film, and it was actually Colorado. It's where our friends live. And it's true. It is like that. Yeah, it's very like that.
That makes sense because they were out in the middle. It wasn't even mountains. It was like open terrain. Like it was like desert. It was, which is they do. Colorado does have their share of that, and it's just like I was like, God damn, who the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn. But whatever.
People up there have a lot of log houses and shit. I love that look too, man.
It can be problematic. It can be problematic to a certain degree. But yeah, no. So he's driving 80, 90 miles per hour trying to get her to the nearest hospital. Bullshitting her. He's like, "We're almost there. We're almost there." And they're out in the middle of the fucking desert. So she can't breathe. She rolls down the window and sticks her head out the window to get some air, or to attempt to get some air.
Yeah, to attempt to get some air because at this point her throat is closing up.
Yeah,
she can't breathe.
Now, as he's driving 80, 90 miles per hour to get to her there, he sees something in the road. I don't know what the fuck he sees in the road.
It was a dead animal.
Was it?
Like
okay.
A deer.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what it was, but I'm assuming, and this makes sense later on, that was a setup. Because you'll understand this later on. But yeah, so he swerves to avoid said animal in the road, and he realizes she's hanging out the window, and here comes a pole, and crack. But now here's the thing: they don't show you anything, right? They only show her head hitting hitting the pole. Right. At this point, you're like, oh man, she got her head caved in or something, right?
Right.
That sucks. And then he's sitting there all traumatized and shit. I didn't like this part. I mean, I guess, okay, you know what? No, I don't know. This part was weird for me because can you be in that much shock to where you're like, you know what? I'm going to just go to bed and I'll deal with this in the morning.
Yeah, so it was weird. Okay. So before we move on, actually, I want to go back just a little bit because if in the movie, if you go back to the beginning when the funeral was going on, the dead grandma was wearing a necklace with a symbol in it. That symbol was actually on the pole. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, was it? No, I did not see that.
Yes, I did not see that. That symbol is on the pole. And I'll leave it at that because it all makes sense.
Yeah, that'll make sense. I didn't see it on the pole. That's wild.
Yeah.
But it's
actually on the pole, yeah.
So obviously he's traumatized. He realizes shit just got bad. So he drives home. You don't see nothing in the back seat. You have no idea. Mind you, like you know she's back there, but she's not saying a fucking word. So you're like, okay, she's definitely dead, but how is she dead? Right? So you get to the point he slowly walks in the house, lays down, end of night, right? Casually, right? So left the body in the car, whatever.
Goes to sleep and shit like that.
Yeah. Wakes up the next morning, you see him like you hear the mom and the dad talking, and he's laying there in bed with his eyes open, just still traumatized as fuck.
The camera's focused on him.
Yeah.
All you're doing is you're hearing the background.
You hear them in the background. They're like, yeah, we're going to go do such and such, whatever. I'll be right back. And all of a sudden you hear mom's screaming out at the top of her lungs. And then they cut back to the road where the accident happened.
Daytime now, mind
Daytime.
At night.
And it's the little girl's, in the middle of the road, it's the little girl's head laying in the road with ants covered all over it.
Yep.
Like, that was pretty wild.
Man.
I was like, damn.
That was wild.
I was like, wow, they actually took her head right off. Okay.
Probably the best scene, death scene in the entire movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What? And it wasn't even, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like, I'm not even going to like overemphasize it. I'm not going to be like, yo, the scene was amazing. It wasn't.
No, it was average.
It was average. It was okay.
It was off camera kill. Obviously,
the fact that they killed a kid that way and then showed the kid's head, that was wild. Yeah. I wasn't expecting them to do that. I'll give them balls for having to show a kid's decapitated head.
You don't see that a lot, right? You don't see like children's
decapitation. No, you don't see children hurt or anything. Yeah, you don't usually. So I guess bravo for tapping into a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
Not enough to make me go, wow, this movie's great, but.
And now the mom is all fucked up. I mean, the mom, as she should be, of course. You know, you just lost your baby girl.
Yeah, she's flipping shit.
I mean, it was a little weird how. Okay, so this happens, and obviously the boy is not at fault because he was avoiding something, but it happened during his caretaking. But afterwards, there is no, like, they don't go into that. Like, there is one point where the mom explodes and kind of blames him for it.
No, she does. She absolutely does blame him. She just does it in a very... She likes to hold shit in, basically.
Yeah, you can tell. She just likes to hold shit in until she... And it happened during the dinner table.
Yeah.
They were having dinner.
Basically, fuck you, you're a cunt, I don't like you. We did find out...
Crazy.
We did find out about her before that scene happened, though, when she found that lady, which the lady's very important, too. Apparently, there was this lady. She was actually going to go to another meeting, and then a lady called her. She's like, hey, I seen you at the last meeting you were at. Why don't we be friends? And apparently, this lady plays a big role. But as she's sitting there confiding into this lady, she says that she has a sleepwalking problem. And one time she was sleepwalking, and she woke when the little girl and the son shared a room. I guess they had a different house at the time. She had covered them in all paint thinner and then was about to set them on fire. while she was sleepwalking, and then she woke up right when she struck the match, and then instantly put it out. And then the kid woke up, seen it, and freaked out, started screaming. So now the kid's terrified of her because he's like, "Well, you shit, my mom's. I mean, don't get me. I'd be too. My mom's just tried to set me on fucking fire. Fuck her. I'd move the fuck out." So you find out she's got a bit of a psycho sleeping problem.
Right. But throughout this whole thing, the lady that her name was I did write down the lady's name, not her real name, but her name was like Joan. I think it was Joan.
Yeah, it's Joan.
Yeah, it was Joan. Throughout this whole time, she's playing it off like she never even knew anything about this family. Which later on we find out is a big lie.
She's just a person. She's coming off as a person who seen her in one of these help meetings, and they're just trying to reach out and be friendly to her, help her out.
Right. And then it's weird because then we jump to another scene with the same lady because really nothing much happened.
Are you going into her excitement? Are you about to go into her excitement? Okay. Before we get into that, I just want to say, by this point, it's about 51 minutes into the movie. Okay.
Yes. Oh.
And I still have no fucking idea what this movie's about.
Fucking idea.
I'm slowly losing interest in the movie. Like I'm just like, man, it's like I'm just
I was
like
gonna say that.
Yeah.
This time, I'm not gonna lie, I am still very intrigued about what could potentially.
I'm interested enough. I'm interested in. Okay, here's the thing. I will never turn a movie off that we're doing for this show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to say there haven't been a few that I wanted to turn off, like fucking Red Snow. I wanted to turn that off the whole fucking time. But it's just like I didn't because we had to do it. But this one kept me. All right, I wouldn't have turned it off because I was like just entertained enough to keep my attention to it. But it was very, very, very. It was almost. It was borderline. It was borderline.
It was. Because like I said in the beginning of this movie was slow. So you would get to a point, something great would happen.
I don't even mind slow. That's the thing. I don't even mind slow. What this movie had a problem with was character development. You don't know anything. You just know that mom's got some anger issues. Daughter just died. Son's a bit of a nerd and a pothead. Dad is a workaholic. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you know. You don't know nothing.
And you don't know nothing. And then because of the way they're doing the camera works and the suspense music in the background, you kind of tell that there's something going on in the house.
Yeah.
But you don't know what it is. You still don't know what it is by this point. And then go ahead. Now we get to the lady again.
Now we get to the seance. Okay. Yeah. So lady comes. She's like, "Oh my God, you got to see this." I was at this meeting, and the doctor he was there. I went to this thing, and we went to see a medium, and this medium taught me everything. Blah blah blah. I was going through all this cheesy shit about me medium, and then he was like, "Yeah, it taught me this thing, right?" And the lady. Here's the thing. This is a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't read the language that the seance is in, don't read it. Nothing good comes from reading old Latin, fucking dead language seance shit. Stop it.
Hey, you know what's funny? They mention it, but they never read it.
No, they don't. No, they never read it. No, they never did.
They never read it.
But it's just like they mentioned that it's like they always said, "What kind of language is this?" And she didn't even she didn't even comment on what language it was. She just kind of went on to the next thing. Like, don't worry about it. You'll forget about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And so Joan basically does a little seance because she's telling, which we then find out is a total lie, but she's telling her that she had two kids that drowned.
Well, yeah, her son and her grandson.
And her grandson, right? And she does the whole thing, and the glass moves, and obviously that's now making
now mom's like, she's all like, oh my God, now I got to do this because I want to talk to my dead daughter.
Yeah, I want to talk to. I mean. I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody showed me a way to talk to my dead child, I'm going to jump to that opportunity.
I don't know if I would read some old school ass old Latin.
Maybe not.
I've experienced. Anyone who knows me personally knows I have experience in a lot of that shit. And that's just like red flag one. Don't read old dead languages. It's never going to do you any good. Like you just get yourself in trouble.
You don't know what you're reciting.
No. You're just like, Kalima.
Capo, me capo my balls in your mouth type shit. And it's like, you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Just don't read it.
Mom sees it. Now she's amazed. Now she the old lady gives her the candle and the script.
Yeah.
Go home, do it. Make sure your family's there because everybody has to be there apparently.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Now she hasn't done it yet, though, mind you.
Right.
We're still getting like the kids all fucked up. He's going through some wild ass shit. He had He had like some wild ass. I don't know. It just going through. Like he's depressed. This actually after that I think is after that is when the dinner scene actually happens.
Okay.
Yeah, after the seance, the dinner scene happens because then she blows up on him, and then she eventually goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Please come with me. I got to show you something."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And okay, mom explodes at the dinner table. Pretty much blames him, but he was kind of antagonizing her though because he knows that she just lost her daughter, and he asks her, "Mom, is everything all right?"
Well, yeah, actually, hold on. Okay, my bad. I forgot to mention this one too. Right before the dinner scene, she's in there creating another model, and she's creating a model of the death scene.
Yes, of the death scene.
Yeah,
like,
you got the little girl. It's the minivan. It's got the little girl's arm hanging out the window, and it's got a head in the fucking street. And the dad, the husband, he walks in.
Yes.
And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
yeah, like what the fuck?
Are you gonna show people? She's like, "Well, it's my interpretation for art." And I'm like, and he's like, "You're basically you're fucking stupid."
Yeah.
He basically gets mad at her, which is rightfully so.
He's mad. Yeah, he's mad now. He's almost giving up. He's like, you know what? Dinner's downstairs. Come down if you want to. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
She says that.
Yeah, basically what he said. Yeah. So which I totally agree. I would be like that too. I'd be like, you know what? You're a cunt. Fuck you. Over there trying to like bank off of trying to create an art piece out of our dead daughter's dead body. Like fuck you, you bitch.
Yeah, and yes, I agree. Everybody grieves differently, but that's
weird.
That's
a little excessive. It's a little excessive.
That's weird.
But then we get into the dinner scene where she flips out.
Yeah, she flips out. Basically, blames him. In a way, I don't know. It was kind of weird because she kind of blamed him, but then also at the same time said, "I know it was an accident." So
it gets to the point which I'll get to that later. Go on.
She's a grieving mother, so grieving mothers, I'm sure, say a lot of stupid things because of grieving. That's understandable. But then we move on from that scene, and now is when the boy has a dream. No, this is when she's
having a vision. She's having a vision, and the vision is her. What is it? It's an Inception thing. It's a dream inside of a dream, and it pissed me off.
And somehow she's seeing like these bugs on the wall and everything, and then she
walks off. Okay, I remember. Yeah, she sees the bugs. They come in her window, and they lead all the way to her son's room. She goes into her son's room, and her son's covered in ants. And all of a sudden,
at this time, this before that, wasn't he seeing the little girl? Because she grabbed his hair and pulled him. I'm thinking of maybe.
No. That happened later. That happened.
Okay, later. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a scene later on. He was sleeping, and we'll get to that in a moment. That's not very far off, but that happens after the seance.
Okay.
So he's covered in the ants, and she's screaming, and she realizes it was all a fucking dream. So it makes it seem like she was sleepwalking, and she's standing in his room.
Yeah. And she apologizes for sleepwalking, apparently, and
then she basically tells his son that he was an accident.
Yep.
That she never wanted to be a mom.
She didn't want him. Yeah.
She tried to abort him, basically. A couple times. Which is like at that point you're just like, all right, mom, fuck you. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, the kid was crying and everything.
Yeah.
He attempted 3 different miscarriage attempts.
But the fucked up part, the thing about that scene, now if they would have left it at that, because she'd already blew up on him and all this shit, so I was like, I already seen that coming.
Right.
It would have made sense. But then it goes into that was all hallucination too. It's like some Inception shit. So basically that whole scene of her basically saying, I didn't want you, all that, it was for nothing. It didn't matter.
It was for nothing. It didn't matter because...
You could have kept that first hallucination and then her wake up, and it would that next scene was completely irrelevant.
Right.
And that made me mad because they should have kept it at that where she actually did sleepwalk, and then she did say that, because that would have made sense with the way that the story was going. Right. I don't know why the director chose to do some Inception bullshit, because it didn't make any sense.
Right. Because she was still sleeping after she was telling him. Because she. You know what? I'm trying to think. Did she wake up? Because she did apologize for the. Right. So
she woke up. She woke up, and then at that point tried. I guess they don't show it, but then they show. This is where the son is having a vision of his own. Okay?
That's right. Yeah.
And the little girl's standing there, and then her fucking head falls off, and it turns into a basketball.
Yeah. It's crazy. It turns into a little ball or whatever.
Yeah. And then Mom's Duke's over there wakes him up, say, hey, like, which is not creepy at all. Your mom's like right up in your face. Hey, wake up. She's tried to burn you alive before, but now it's okay. It's whatever.
Now she's above you, like just whatever. And apparently, the little girl was tugging on him, right? Because he does think when he wakes up that the mom was doing.
Yeah, that was what she's like. Because I don't know. Again, he thinks he begs her. He's like, oh, don't. No. That's after. Again, this after because it happens after the seance. Yeah, it happens after the seance because he has that traumatic thing in school, like way after the seance too.
Right.
So whatever, we get to the point where he wakes her up, and we get to the seance. It's like fucking 2:00 in the morning, whatever. Brings both of them down in the living room. She's got like a seance set up, right? So she does the seance, right? She does the seance, and obviously it happens, right? The glass moves, whatever. Everybody's like, the kid's scared shitless. He doesn't want to fucking do it anymore. The husband, he's like, fuck you. You stop this shit. You're getting on my nerves. And then they go back to bed, right? Okay. A glass breaks, whatever. Some weird shit happens.
Glass broke, and then the mom was kind of like out of it. Like it seemed like she was kind of possessed herself.
Well, yeah. She's like very driven. So now this is where all this weird shit happens, right? There's that one scene, because this all kind of happens very rapidly. There's the one scene that the kid goes to bed, and he's laying in bed, and all of a sudden, fucking something grips up his neck, starts basically trying to pull off his fucking head, and then he wakes up, and Mom's is standing there, and he's like, what are you trying to do to me? You're trying to pull my fucking head off. And she's like, no, I didn't do it, but I know what's happening. Something bad's happening in this house, blah, blah. Basically, there's an evil spirit, whatever. But I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Just don't tell your dad. Which, because, And then she starts digging. And this is where she starts digging. Yeah. And she goes up in the attic and starts going through Mom's old books and photos and shit.
Yep. And then we start to, she finds this big photo book, and this is when we learned that this lady, Joan, knew the mother. Yep, she was in a lot of pictures with the mother. Joan also
not the mother, not the mother, but the grandmother, like her mother, Joan's mother.
That died in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. But they also show in these pictures of them in some weird cult and shit. They had necklace on and all that other bullshit, and they're doing some seances and shit.
And in the pictures, Joan has a necklace with the same, that whatever that pic, that what do you call that?
There's some I don't know what the graph is.
It's a graphic or whatever that the grandmom had.
It looked Hebrew. I'm not 100% sure on what it is though.
Yeah. But in that same book or another book, I'm not sure, but then we start to learn about what they were into. And so this is when we start to learn that they're part of this cult.
They worship this weird, I don't remember the god's name, but he's like this weird god of mischief.
Yeah, his name was what was it?
He's something the Lord of Mischief or some shit.
Yeah, his name was Something.
Peso.
Peso or something like that?
No, I'm just fucking around. Peso.
No, Peso. Keep telling the story. I'll find it.
I know they find, like I said, they find out that it's they worship this fucking, basically this weird. They kind of go into like it's like an old school kind of pagan thing.
It was like his name was Payman or something like that.
Payman, some shit. Now this is completely fictitious. Obviously, they weren't going into anything because even myself as a pagan, I'm very educated in that. It was very fictitious. But they kind of make it seem like it's some ancient fucking pagan god or some shit. And they're a cult of it. They're part of a cult that worships it, and the grandmom was part of it.
Actually, the grandma turns out to be she was a spiritual leader.
Yeah,
this is why. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So that's why she goes and chases down. She wants answers from the lady and all that shit. She's nowhere to be found. But you see in her house, they show you a little camera shot. She's got all this seance, fucking crazy worship shit going on in her house. You're like, oh, okay, some shit's going down. Yep. Then they shoot over to the kid. They shoot over to the kid in school. And the kid sees his reflection in the fucking mirror, and it's smiling at him. And I'm like, that was cool. I was like, all right.
So, like a little,
So now he goes. He freaks out. He has to go to the bathroom. Whatever. Didn't he have some kind of vision while he was there? I can't remember.
This is the part. All right, for a movie that I'm not sure what the budget was, but okay,
I'll get to that later. I got to that, but
okay, good. I'm glad you have that because I want to know. So he knows that there's something around him after him, but it's like a glow, just like literally like a light beam, right?
Yeah,
like
it's like a flash of light kind of deal.
Like a flash of light.
What I can't remember is because this all happened in the same scene. Is like he got freaked out, ran to the bathroom, and then in between something happened in between that, and then he made his way back to the classroom.
Right.
Was that okay? He was just following the light. He was following the light,
to see where it would take him, but it was cheesy. It was like if you would take a flashlight behind the camera and just like beam it everywhere. That's kind of what it looked like. It was very. It should have been done better. It was just too cheesy for that type of budget.
And then he goes in. Now, apparently the dad gets mad at this point. The son calls him up. He's freaked out. Something's following me. Yada yada yada. Dad gets mad. He brings him home.
Calls the mom.
Yeah, calls the mom. Leave my fucking whatever you. Whatever. You don't really see anything. And it's like, and then and then he hangs up the phone. She freaks out. Whatever. She's in there working on her miniatures and shit. And she yells back at him, and then that's the end of the conversation. Then in the process of her working on it, she goes and smashes all of her fucking miniatures.
She has a breakdown, so all her shit's broken now. Yeah,
all her shit's broken, all her hard work, all of her everything. It's all broken, smashed to the ground. Now the son and the dad come home, and they see her sitting in the room, fucking surrounded by all the broken shit. And Dad's like, you know what? I'm done with you, and I'm gonna go sleep on the couch, whatever. And this is where she comes up with the bright idea that she's going to go burn the book because he's sleeping on the couch at this point. She's going to go, well, my bad. By this point, she sees that there's drawings being randomly made at this point in the book, and they're all of the sun.
Yeah. So
she wants to burn the book.
The reason she wants to burn the sketchbook is because at this
she's
point she's starting to realize.
That's the link.
Yeah, she's starting to realize that her daughter is up to. She thinks that the daughter's out to get the son.
Yeah.
So she
like a revenge kind of deal or whatever.
A revenge type of deal, and obviously she's a mom. She did say she didn't love him, but deep inside she does. Yeah. So she wants to protect him. So she goes to the fireplace, thinks about it for a little bit, and then throws the fucking book into the fire. Mm-hmm. But tell them what happened because.
Well, right after that, instantly, while the book is beginning to burn, her sleeve starts catching on fire. So they make the initiation there that if you try to destroy the book, you're gonna get burned for it.
Die. Yeah.
Exactly. So obviously she takes the book out, and that's the end of that. Now we go back to the kid in school the next day.
Yes. Oh, and this scene is crazy.
This one's pretty weird. This one, and again, I do applaud the actor. He did a good job, and he was one of the small things that I enjoyed about Old. I really didn't like that movie, but I did say that he was a good actor for what he did, and he did a good job for what his role was. And in this one, he did, he did a good job again acting. And what it is he's sitting there, and all of a sudden, you can see that he puts his hand up, and it looks like he's having a stroke. And you're wondering what the hell's going on.
Paralyzed or something. Yeah.
But then you realize what it is there's an entity that just took over his body and now starts slamming his fucking face into the desk.
Oh, into the desk.
And he freaks out. He's bleeding and shit. Yeah, he's freaking out, blood. So obviously, Dad goes, picks him up, grabs him from school, goes and fucking drives back to the house with him. Mom sees it. She's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Before we even get to them going home, she stoops in the I'm pretty sure, right? Did she go in the attic?
Yeah, so this was when it has to go into it. So she goes into the attic. Okay, I don't even know why she got the idea to go into the attic.
They don't really explain that.
They didn't really explain that, but she opens and all of a sudden you get the feeling of bad smell. You start seeing flies.
Well, you see all the fucking flies, which the flies pissed me off in this movie because they did do a good job detailing the flies, and it made me feel like there was flies on my screen, and it pissed me off. Because I hate that. I've been in that situation where like flies that get in your house and they're all on your screen and shit.
They're on your screen, they like the light or whatever.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. So whatever. I don't hate it. I don't know. It was weird.
So it was crazy. She goes up there and she finds a body, and she thinks it's her mother's body.
Yeah,
and I think it was right because wasn't her?
No, No, we get to the point where it's not.
Right, we do learn who it was. Okay.
Yeah, because the dad makes the assumption at that point. So
Yeah.
okay, so she sees the body, she freaks out, she gets out or whatever, right? Now
Remember, at this point, when the camera pans, the logo that they wear around their neck and everything
is above,
on the wall.
Is on the wall
With
above
blood.
where the body
Yeah.
is. Now,
Right.
at this point, this is where you see dad and the unconscious son because he just got his fucking face beat in.
Yeah, face caved in. Yeah.
Fucking, they're driving home and he's upset. He's breaking the fuck down because his son's getting injured and fucking his wife's losing her mind. So he's losing it. He's like, he's breaking the fuck down. So he gets to the house. Mom sees it. She's freaking out. Oh my God, what happened to my son? Blah, 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 blah. They get him in the house. They lay him down. And then they're like, I got to show you something.
Yeah.
I need you to go in the attic. You need to see it for yourself. So he goes up into the attic. And fucking she goes down and grabs the book the book that she tried to burn. She goes to grab that.
Yep.
And all you hear from the upstairs is him screaming because obviously he's seen the body. So
Yep.
he comes down from the attic. She's telling him, "Look, I'm sorry. This is my fault. I brought this demon into our house, whatever it is. And the only way to get rid of it is you got to burn the book. We got to burn the book, but I can't do it because I'm too scared. I need you to burn the book."
Yeah, so she tries to pass it off
and she says it's going to kill because at this point she's seen the fire, so she's like, all right, well, if you throw it in the fire, it's going to kill me, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to do. That's what she's basically. She's like, at this point, she's willing to sacrifice herself to save her son.
Right.
Okay, noble,
Exactly.
whatever. So they get to the living room where the fire is. You think she's finally talked him into burning the book. He walks over to the fireplace and then turns around, basically, fuck you, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You're sick. You need help. I'm going to call the cops. You're the one who probably dug up the body, didn't you? And then he tells her about fucking how their daughter's their mother's grave was all that and all this other crazy shit, right? They go into all this shit. He doesn't like her anymore at this point. He's tired of her shit. Which, by the way, I do think the body was the grandma. My bad.
It was your grandma. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he makes a note that you're the one that desecrated the grave, didn't you?
Right. Now she's pissed because he turns away from her, and then she grabs the book and throws it into the fire, but not what you would expect happened. You would expect her to begin burning.
He goes, mind you, before he throws it in there, she covers the book in like lighter fluid and shit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So now after she throws the book in there, he goes up like a fucking matchbook.
Yep. He's done.
Yeah, he's fucking crispy. He's crispy dad at this point. KFC crispy dad, okay?
Yeah, he's tasty.
Yeah, fucking barbecue sauce and all. He's done. And then right after she's like traumatized by seeing this happen, you see her face just snap and she's like, boop. She's like, okay, she's not her anymore at this point.
No, something happened. I'm thinking she became possessed or something because she was used to this, and then she chases the boy, right?
Well, no, we ain't get to that yet. We ain't get to it yet.
Not yet?
No, no, because now we cut to this. It's nighttime because all this shit happened at daytime. It cuts to nighttime, and son finally wakes up. 'Cause, he probably had a fucking concussion and shit. He was out all day. He wakes up. Now here's one of those moments where they had a jump scare that they could have used and they didn't use because they pan out and he's laying in bed, and as they pan out and he's sitting in bed looking, just standing there, you can see in the back of the fucking room, very, very lightly, you can see that the mom is up on the ceiling just hanging there, right? She's just like Spider-Man and up in the corner.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. Not levitating. She's like just kind of stuck to the wall at this point. So you're like, okay, something creepy is going to happen. He's going to jump down on her, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He hears something. He slowly turns around and now this was creepy. She crawls really creepily like out of the room so she doesn't get seen. Right?
Right.
So he's whatever. He's walking through the house. He doesn't know what's going on. He walks downstairs and he walks in the living room, and before you see the body, before they emphasize that the son has seen the body, you see that the mom is up on the fucking ceiling. And again, here's another scene where it could be a jump scare. And he sees the body. He's upset. Blah, blah. And then mom goes, oh, no. Before even mom gets a chance, this is where shit gets weird for me, okay? This is where shit gets weird for me. Because first thing, before the mom even jumps down, that pans over to a guy standing in the doorway, butt-ass naked, dick out.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, okay. And then mom goes, rah, and then starts chasing him. You're like, okay, what was the deal with the old guy with the dick out? All right.
I'm not sure.
I was thrown off. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
This is when she chases him up into the attic. Yeah.
She chases him around. He gets up in the attic. Now, obviously, the body's up there or whatever. But this is where you get to the part where the body wasn't there.
Nope.
And
gone.
It's gone. The body's completely gone. He sees it. It's just and it has a picture of his face in the place of where the body was. That was weird.
Yep.
Which looked like it had googly eyes. I don't really know if it did or it didn't. It looked like the fucking picture had googly eyes. I'm just saying. And then it goes. It creeps over. He looks around, and was it the mom that was levitating?
It was the mom.
Yeah, the mom sitting there levitating, like fucking stabbing her neck over and over again.
No, so what's happening is she's levitating and she has a piano wire in her fucking hands, and she fucking just begins to saw.
Oh, she's sawing. Okay, that's what she was doing. Okay.
Yeah, she's sawing left and fucking right, and then at this point he's like fucking freaked out.
Yeah, freaked out, and then again you see more naked people.
You do. So he jumps out of the window. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, hell, if I no, that's what I'm saying. I would, because that's the thing. When you're in the attic, all of a sudden you seeing your mom saw her head off, and then you look over to the left and you see 3 naked people in your attic. Yeah. You're like, yeah, fuck it, I would jump out the window too.
Boom, jumps out.
Now at this point, you're like, okay, that was like a 3-story drop. He landed face first. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. But while he's getting up and everything, you still hear some of the sawing, and then you get the indication that the head came off because you hear the thump.
Yeah, exactly.
And you hear the thump.
And then whatever, you pans over, he's laying on the ground, his eyes open up, and he sees the mom's body levitate up into the treehouse.
Yep.
Like, okay.
And he's lured by it because of that red glow that the treehouse has, so he goes to the treehouse. But
you're on to something here at this point, because while he's walking, he starts making that click noise that the daughter made earlier in the movie. Whatever that was, a little click that she had. So he's making that noise, whatever. So he climbs up into the attic, and lo and behold, again, we have not the attic, the treehouse. Lo and behold, it's a candlelit treehouse full of naked people.
Yep.
Okay. And they're all worshiping this altar of a body that has the mom's head on top of it.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Whatever. This is where you're like, okay, it's a cult. And then they start explaining all the shit. Oh, whatever, you're safe now. You weren't really supposed to be targeted. You were never in really any danger. You're basically the host of the demon that we were talking about.
Damon.
Damon, whatever. Payman, yeah. Penis
man.
Fucking
Payman.
Basically, they're saying there was a line in the movie at this point where it said, we got rid of your lesser female form, which was referencing to the daughter. This is where they say that the little girl had the demon in her. So, yeah, this is where you're starting to go, okay, that's where I thought this movie was supposed to be. Then it took a U-turn, wasn't the movie for most of the thing. And now we're back to, again, and now it's a fucking possession movie again.
Yeah.
And then you realize that he's a demon.
I read somewhere that the beheadings had something to do with it. Remember, the little girl was beheaded and the mom beheaded herself. But then I also read there was supposed to be 3 beheadings. I don't remember a third.
Maybe the grandmom. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Maybe they took the grandmom's body and that's why it was desecrated.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
Maybe
because if you notice, there was a couple headless bodies in the front there.
There was.
So it's like, okay, all right.
So now he's Payton.
Yeah, okay, now he's a demon, and they go into it, and that's it. Like that's it. Now I'm gonna go on record. I've said this in a previous episode. I don't remember which one it was. Which episode did we do that I said I don't like movies that patronize me, that make me think it's one. Fucking Malignant.
Malignant. Okay.
This made me angry like Malignant did. Okay, because it wasn't clever. It didn't. It wasn't like a clever plot twist. It basically said, "Hey, this is what the movie's about." Psych. Never mind. No, it's not. And then by the end, oh shit, never mind. Yes, it was. That's not clever. That's not a plot twist because I knew what the fuck the ending was. You just lied about it, and then ooh, big reveal.
Did we fucking really need it? 2 hours and 12 minutes to get to that.
No. Here's the thing.
No, we did not.
If this movie would have focused on the cult and driven into that, and then the ending happened the way that it did, I would have been completely all right. It would have
worked much better.
But by the time we got to the cult, and by the time we got to all this demon shit, I didn't care anymore.
Worn out, man.
Yeah, I was just like, I didn't care.
The movie spent almost an hour and 40-some minutes in nothing but suspense and what could happen and just a whole bunch of. The mom was basically in the movie for the most.
Here's the thing, right? What did we say? Didn't we say Smile? Didn't we say that had a budget of $17 million?
$17 million. Yeah.
Okay. This movie had $7 million less, okay? It had $10 million. Its budget was $10 million. That's still a lot of money, okay? Considering the cast.
Fucking money.
Smile had more of a more graphical things to it and was more demanding. This movie didn't have all that. It's $10 million should have made this movie better, right? Somehow, this movie had a budget of $10 million, and some fucking how it made back $80.2 million.
Yeah, see, these are gold mine movies. I don't know how they do this. They make these. I'm not gonna say shitty because the movie wasn't.
It wasn't shitty, but it wasn't an $80 million fucking movie. It wasn't. I don't even think it was a $10 million movie.
Dude, that's like playing the lottery with $10 and getting back $80 million. Like that's what the fuck.
You got lucky. I don't know. I don't know. I would not have enjoyed this movie. Now, mind you, and here's the other thing. This apparently is only it only counted in a U.S. release. I don't think they have an overseas because I could only find U.S. box office releases. And a U.S. box office, I have no idea what they've made in digital sales. They haven't released anything on digital sales. It just says total U.S. box office was $80.2 million. So it made back $70.2 million in profit.
Yeah,
okay, so your actors got paid, everybody got paid, you walked away, everybody was good. Okay, do I think that?
My question, I know that a lot goes into movies. I don't want to, because I'm about to say, where the fuck was that money spent?
Well, that's the thing.
But
there is a lot of stuff that goes into movies, and
I know
this where was the budget at? There wasn't even any there wasn't any CGI. There wasn't any crazy gore.
Even the part that could have been CGI was just like a flashlight.
Yeah, exactly. I can do that. It's not even CGI. I'm not even crazy at that. I'm not even at that level of editing, and I could edit that type of graphics in.
And the gore was minimal. The beheading was probably like
that was the goriest thing. That and maybe the dad getting set on fire.
Yeah, that
was really the extent of the gore to this movie. I just don't understand where $10 million went. I
always wonder, like, what did they? I know, I know that movies have, like, you know, the cameras cost a lot of money because they have to rent all this.
But here's the thing.
This
is the thing. This is my argument with this movie, right? Mm-hmm. Smile. I gave that my first. I gave a seal of approval.
You did.
Okay, that movie I thought deserved it, right? And this is in that paranormal supernatural realm. This is in the same category as Smile. Okay. Mm-hmm. And this movie had $7 million less, right? It's still not, still had $10 million. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, $7 million can make a difference, but it's not like it's $20 million or $30 million, right?
How much, do you remember how much money Mandy used?
I cannot remember. It was, okay. It was more actually. Yeah, no, it was actually more. Okay. It was like 100. It was like, yeah, it was, I think. I have all these fucking notes. I'm gonna have to, I have them all over there in my stash. I can't be 100% sure.
I'm just wondering because Mandy was amazingly, in my opinion, you know what I mean, graphically.
I think that had a higher budget because of the fact that Nick Cage was in it.
Okay, maybe okay.
But again, that movie was better. This had nothing. Yeah. Nothing. This movie was very dry. I see people. They're like they praise it. They're like, "Oh, it was a brilliant movie." I
I saw that
think it was
everywhere, all over YouTube. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't get
Dude,
it.
The movie was. And
Now look,
normally,
acting was good. Don't get me wrong. I will not shit on the acting of the movie.
Yeah,
they did a good job with that, but the story sucked. It was just like, what the fuck? Where did the $10 million went to the actors? Which, if that's the case, I hope that's where the $10 million went, because I hope these actors at least made some money.
I hope that mom got paid well, because the mom carried the movie, in my opinion.
The mom, the dad, everybody did. The mom and the dad, even he did. He did a great job. Everybody, the son, the guy, the what's his name, Wolf.
Oh yeah, the kid.
Where is his name? I got his name here. Alex Wolff. The one, like I said, I hated Old. Old was a shitty ass movie, but he did a great job in it, right? So again, he did a great job in this movie as well, and I hope he continues to do roles, and he does great breakdown roles, because I mean, in Old he broke down, had a big old emotional scene that I thought was good, and in this one he broke down a lot too. So he does it. He's really good at the emotional scenes. Like I said, I won't crap on the actors. I won't even hold the actors at fault of this. I hold the director at fault for this movie. I don't know who was in charge of the budget, but the budget did not go into where it was. I don't like the direction of the story. The story, the story was just like, if they would have went with what they end it with, it would have been good. If they focused on the story of the cult and how their family was cursed and all this other shit,
and more information about the cult, not simply like literally towards the middle of the movie, and then we know at the end what exactly the cult was about.
We didn't even at the end, you didn't even get like anything depth into it. You still don't know what the hell the cult was really about.
Here's all I got. They needed a new body for the grandma. Okay, right?
I don't know if it was a grandma per se. They needed a new body. They need a new body for that demon thing.
For the demon. Now, that's what I meant to say. What did I say? Grandma? No. They needed a new body for this demon. And
the demon of mischief or whatever the fuck it is.
And apparently the little girl wasn't good enough. She wasn't worthy enough, I guess. So they beheaded her.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's it, really. I mean, that's kind of a nutshell. And then the whole rest of the movie is fucks with you and tries to make you feel like it's a movie that it's not. And it's just like, I don't know. It was another instance of Malignant for me, and I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan.
Let me ask you a question. Maybe you can clear my mind here. Was the grandma the demon, and because the body died, this is why they needed to? I don't know.
They didn't explain it. They didn't explain it. That can be interpreted that way, but it's up for speculation.
It's up for debate, because did he go in? I don't know.
I don't even know anything about this demon. They don't really. They just say, they give you a glimpse of it in the book. He's apparently a god of mischief or some shit that's summoned and whatever, and he causes these things, and that's it. They don't really go into it. You don't even like. Here's the thing: character development is a big deal for me. If you start killing off characters and introducing new characters, but you don't make me feel anything for those characters, and I don't care.
No.
And that's what this movie. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about the son. It's not even the actor's fault. Like I said, I'm not holding anything against the actors and actresses in this movie. It's just the plot.
His role. That's all he could do. Right.
It's the plot. The plot and the direction of this film was so poorly directed, in my opinion, that I just didn't care about the characters. Like, when the dad died, you should have been like, oh my God, the dad died. He's the glue of the family. And it was like, oh, okay, he's on fire.
No, nothing. Because he barely talked in the movie.
Yeah.
He just had a couple lines. I mean.
That's it. When the little girl died, she was in the movie. Here's the thing. She's on the front. She's on the cover art. As you can see, she's right there. If you're looking, if you're watching this live, you're looking at that image up there. She's on the cover. Okay. That's her. And that's the mom. That's the mom and the daughter. Okay. At that point, you think, okay, those are the main, because I mean that's what they do, right? Those are the main characters. This is another one of those bullshit things that this movie does. It lies to you. It's not even clever. That's the thing. It's not a plot twist. I know, like, again, I'll make the same argument that I did with Malignant. Is I'm okay with plot twists. Clever plot twists are good.
Well, you just said plot tits. That's what you said.
Hey, listen, that's okay because I get a freebie. After what you did earlier, I get a freebie. What did you? What was it?
Oh my God!
Harry. Well, I don't know. Fucking.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Let me look at his name. I'll tell you. You said. Where is it?
I called him Harry Astor.
You said Harry Astor. Yeah, that's what it is. Harry Astor. And I'm just like, so you know what? I don't care if I said titty. I get a free pass. You said Harry Astor.
Earlier. You do. Yep. You can have it. Oh my God.
But yeah, like I said, I I'm okay with plot twists, as long as they're clever and as long as they're good and as long as they make sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They got to make sense,
Yeah,
man.
this was not a plot twist. This was just this was boredom. This was, you ran out of ideas. You're like, oh, we don't have a clever way to trick people. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the cover art different. We're going to make you think that it's something. And then when you watch the beginning of it, we're going to still make you think it is. Then we're going to kill off the girl to trick you into thinking this movie's something else. But then at the end, it is what you thought it was. And it's just like,
I did not expect the boy to survive. I did not expect him to be the guy that gets the crown. But
honestly, here's neither did I. But you know what the problem with this film was? I didn't care.
No.
By this point, by the time you got to you're the host of the demon now, I'm like, whatever.
Whatever, good for you, man. You get to live for eternity.
I was actually grateful that the credits rolled. I was like, okay, I can stop watching this.
Yeah.
I was done. Like, this movie mentally exhausted me. It wasn't even in a good way. It was just very meh. I don't know.
Like I said, for me, normally, I'm not a big critic on slow development, but this movie was just too slow for me.
I don't mind slow development as long as it's built, as long as it's used properly.
It has to be used properly. Yeah. But walking around the house and seeing things here and there and having a mom act like she's demented. Yeah. That's all that was throughout the whole beginning.
That's it. That's all it fucking was. And I'm just like, fuck this movie. I don't know. It wasn't like, again, part of me wants to hate this movie, part of me wants to like it. Because like I said, if they would have did it right, if it would have did it right and they would have focused on the actual story at hand, then the movie would have been better.
Like you mentioned earlier, if you would have, that cult idea could have had so much potential.
Absolutely.
If it would have just been utilized more within the movie.
If they would have used that instead of the mom trying to convince everybody that there's a ghost in the house.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of suspense and the mom. That's all I got.
It's just like, fuck, man. Like
I
said, a part of me wants to like this movie because it had potential. It could have been better. And then a part of me wants to hate it because it wasted my fucking time because it didn't have the direction that it should have had. So, with that said, I think it is about that time.
Yeah, I think it is. There's not much else we can say.
No, I think we're going to go. So, what we're going to do here is this is the time where we throw the boom chart on the screen. If you're listening to the audio version of this, what we have on screen right now is our chart that we rate the film. We have 4 categories in an overall. The 4 categories, as always, are story, acting, gore, and production. And then after we rate those 4 categories, then we go into the overall score. Now, the 4 categories are rated with a star rating, so that's 1 through 5 stars. And if it's below a 1, we give it the Noble Pile. If it's above a 5 star, we give it the Noble Seal of Approval. Once we get done the 4 categories, we go over to the overall. That is a number rating from 1 to 10. If it's below a 1, it gets the Noble Pile. Above a 10, it gets the Noble Seal of Approval. So far, we've only had one of those in total. And we've only had a half of one because we both didn't give it a seal. We have yet to actually have a movie where we both give it a seal. I would love to see which movie that is. But unfortunately, the closest we've gotten is Smile, where I gave it a seal, and I think you gave it a 9 or a 10, which was close, but it wasn't a seal.
Yep.
Overall.
Overall.
So that was overall. So that's what we're doing right now. We are going to go into our ratings because we don't really have much else to say about this fucking film. This film, God, it shouldn't have made back its budget. But whatever. No. All right. So with that said, as always, I will roll it over to VC and give you the first go on the first thing that we're going to do. We are going to go on to the story. What do you give the story rating from a star rating of 1 to 5 on Hereditary? Hereditary.
Oh my God, dude. A 1. I'm sorry. A 1.
Hey.
This gets aside. Listen, I don't want to give it a pile because the movie, like I said, though it was long and dragging, in my opinion, it was still filmed beautifully and everything, and it still kind of kept me engaged and everything. But the story, oh my God, no. 1.
Okay. All right. I will actually go a little higher than you. And the only reason why I'm going to give it a 2.5. And the reason I'm going to give it a 2.5 is about average. And the only reason I give it about average is because I did like the undertoning of the cult. If they would have done more with the cult, it would have at least gotten a 3.5 maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I don't think the story would have gotten many more than that, but it would have maybe gotten a 3.5. So I'd give it an average.
The movie had a lot of suspenseful pieces that it could have done something with, and they didn't.
They didn't. They didn't. It was just whatever. And like I said, I'll give it average because the story had elements that could have had potential. It had a very roughly average fucking. I didn't hate the story. I just hated the way that they directed the story. So I'll give it an average score, right in the middle, 2.5. Nothing special. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. Yeah. So with that said, we go over to the acting. What do you give the 5-star? What do you give the 5-star rating of acting for this movie?
That's where my score's going to be a lot higher because I thought all the actors did a great job with the roles they had. I'm going to give it like I'm going to say 4.5.
Okay. I actually, again, I think I'm going to go a little higher than you, obviously. I will actually give the acting a 5. I will.
Okay, yeah.
Because the acting was spot on. Everybody did a great job. That is the highlight of this movie. It's a shitty story, but the actors did a great job. You know, they did a great job. Everybody was on point. Nobody did horrible. There wasn't any bad actors in this movie.
None.
No. Everybody did a good job acting. Everybody was on point. Even a lot of the actors, like I said, and I only know 2 of the actors in this movie, and everybody else did a great job. You know, so bravo to the acting. I have nothing bad to say. I'm not going to give it a seal because
the acting was probably the best part of this whole damn movie.
It absolutely was. Yeah. I'm not going to give it a seal because it's not the best acting I've seen by any means. But for what it was, I think the acting, if they were given a better role, I think the acting would have been great for this movie. Everybody did a good job. So I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. So now moving on to the gore of the film. What do you give the 5-star rating of the gore?
There was much gore. The only gore we saw was the little girl get beheaded. And I'm trying to think.
Well, the fire, kind of, when you see the crispy body and shit, I guess.
And you kind of did see the mom kind of like behead herself with the wire, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was still very lame gore. I think I'm 3. I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh, wow.
It was average.
You are going to be kinder to that than me.
And that's because of the little girl. The little girl's beheading, and then when they showed her head with the on the road with the maggots and everything on it, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
See,
a 3. I think it's fair.
I can't give it that. Because here's the thing. The gore was very lackluster. Now, here's the thing. The only reason why this movie is not getting a pile. I'm not giving it a pile. I'm not going to go into my score just yet, but I'm not giving it a pile. And the only reason why this movie's not getting a pile is it didn't seem like it wanted to have too much gore. It wasn't really going for gore in this film.
No, it wasn't.
Fine. Okay. So, you know what? But here's the thing. If they would have left gore out completely, I would have just left it alone and gave it a pass. But the fact that they tried to use some gore meant that they just because of that, I have to score it now. I can't give them a pass.
Right.
So, unfortunately, because of the lackluster, like everything was it wasn't $10 million gore.
No.
So I'm going to give it a 1 because if you're going to use gore, use it. Don't. If you don't want to use it and you don't feel your movie needs it, fine, don't use it. But they did use it, and it was bad. Like, for example, when the girl's head got taken off, where was the blood? Where was the blood?
Exactly.
That motherfucking head was laying on that road, dry as hell, looked like a rubber head.
The only good kill in the movie was that, and it was done off camera. I understand it's a little girl, but it was done off camera.
You could have had like here's the thing. You didn't even have to show the little girl getting beheaded, right? You could have just showed that scene and then his side of his face gets splashed with blood or something.
With blood,
emphasizing that there was a violent act that happened. No, there was no blood. Here's the thing. They were driving that same car the next day.
I know. The mom did, right? I think it was. Somebody did, yeah.
So if someone got beheaded in that motherfucker, there's going to be enough neck blood in that bitch that you ain't driving that shit anytime soon.
Because remember, her body never left the car.
No, so it would have been just gushing, just all over the fucking place.
If anything, the next day that it would have been a pool. That body would have been left out there all night, just draining. Okay,
but no, nothing.
It was nothing. Yeah.
No. So I'm going to give it a 1. I think it doesn't get a pile because the only reason it's not getting a pile is because the movie didn't necessarily need gore. But the fact that they tried to use it meant that they were like, oh, look, we're going to put some gore in here. No, it was horrible gore. So you should have left it out.
In that movie.
No,
I
think they should have left the gore out completely and not emphasize it. I would have given them a free pass saying, hey, this movie didn't need it, because the movie didn't need it. They weren't really going for that kind of movie. But the fact that you put the gore in there meant that you were trying to be edgy. And if you're going to be edgy, you better impress me. And it didn't. It didn't. So it's getting a 1. It's getting a 1 from me. Now, we move on to the last category. Production of the film. What do you give the production? Now, remember, production is a wide-scale thing. That's camera work, that's atmosphere, that's lighting, that's all the thing. Everything that goes into production.
And I was going to go into that. The dark scenes I liked. I also like the suspense music at the bottom, you get everything. I thought all that was done great. I think that because of the good soundtrack at the bottom of the scary scenes and everything, it just could have gone somewhere much better. Production wise, I'm going to give it a good 4. Production was solid.
Okay.
It just didn't have what I wanted, but the production, it was average to any other movie that's filmed well.
You're giving that a what?
That's giving it a
4?
I'm going to give it a 4. Production was good.
All right. Fair enough.
We're talking about camera work,
everything that goes into production. Fair enough. No, I'm not debating it. I don't think it deserved a 4. I am going to give it a 3. And now the reason why I'm giving it a 3 is, and the only reason, first, here's the thing: the production didn't suck, but there's factors that it didn't suck. But here's my judging reasons. Right, the music score for it was actually pretty good. If anything, that was a highlight for me because it was very eerie sounding, and I'm very big on atmospheric sounds going into movies. They build the tension and so forth and so on. Camera work was average, nothing special.
Yeah, it was standard. It was nothing.
The gore scenes, of course, with the production of that was garbage. I've seen 80s cheesy movies low budget cheesy movies do so much better. The like I said, there wasn't really much. It really comes down to this. It wasn't $10 million.
No.
You could have made this. You could have made this movie for like $2 million.
Absolutely.
I just don't. I don't understand why it cost $10 million to make this movie.
Well, I want to know what swallowed most of that up.
I do.
Just thinking it must have been
because it couldn't. It had to be because it wasn't the production. That's the reason why I'm going to give it a 3. It wasn't. It was very, and that is above average. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't $10 million. It wasn't $10 million.
I'm taking into consideration the backdrops, the house was beautiful, all that type. I'm dropping in there into the production.
I just it was good. It was good, but again, I just don't think it was $10 million.
Definitely not $10 million.
I don't really think it was worth the money. I don't know. So, with that said, you get our ratings here. You get our acting, our story, our acting, our gore, and our production ratings right there. Boom. There it all is. Now we move on to the final scoring of this film. We give it the overall, and that is a 1 to 10 star Noble Pile or Noble Seal of Approval. And I swear to God, if you give this a Noble Seal of Approval.
No, this is not getting a Noble Seal of anything.
Okay.
I'm getting a Noble Seal of
we gonna fight. But
I'm also not going to take a dump on it. I'm going to say that
what do you give it for the overall score?
Overall score, this movie's not getting no higher than 2.5 for me. 2.5.
Oh, that's actually lower than I thought you were going to go.
No, 2.5.
Wow.
2.5 because I still liked the beheading scene. I still liked.
Now this is 1 to 10, right?
It's 1 to 10, but it's going to get 2.5.
Yeah. Okay. I think I was a little nicer in this one. I was expecting you to be nicer.
You?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a score of 5 star. And
5 star.
The reason why I'm giving it 5 is because it was a fucking average movie. It was nothing special. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was an average film. It was right there smack in the middle. You can say you can go to see it. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you'll like this kind of movie. But again, you probably might hate it too. It wasn't anything special. There's no arguing. It's like, was the budget garbage? Yes. Was there lackluster gore?
If I went to the theaters and paid $15 or whatever theaters are today to go watch this movie, I would have been pissed.
Oh no, absolutely. So would have I. Because I don't pay. I'll for average movies. Average movies, I'll wait till they come out on digital. I don't go to movies unless they're above average films. Unless I feel like they're going to be above average. I would have not have paid. I would have not. For one, I wouldn't have paid to see this in the theaters because I knew this was not a theater movie for me. Even just by the trailers and the images, it's not a theater movie. But apparently, enough people thought in the U.S. that it was worth going to see because it made back $70.2 million of it.
Yeah,
it made its budget and $70.2 million back. So apparently enough people liked it or were interested and then I look up reviews and apparently people like it. So that's why I say it's an average film because I know there's going to be people that are going to shit on it. I know there's going to be people that like it, and I understand why. Like I said, the acting was really good. Nothing wrong with the acting. So it's right there, smack in the middle. You're either going to like it or you're going to dislike it. Take it or leave it. I wouldn't, honestly, me personally, I would not pay to see it in the theaters. But hey, if you did,
I would have been mad if I rented this. Luckily,
I wouldn't even rent it. I at the time of this recording, yes, it is free on Showtime, Paramount Plus. Yeah. I would not rent it. I wouldn't even rent it. But I mean, hey, again, some people might like it. I mean, people liked Old and people liked other movies, so it's like whatever.
Well, that's the thing. There's people out there that would go into this movie solely wanting that suspense, but not necessarily kills and all that stuff. They just want to be spooked a little. This is the perfect movie for that. Because you're not going to get anything.
There are people who are easily spooked. And we've talked about, Smile creeped me out because it was definitely made for people who are numb. This movie was not. This movie is made for people who get creeped out easy. And if that's you, I'm not. Hey, not dogging on you. That's what horror movies are for. And this is this is right there for you. This is your level. If you get scared easy, this is your level of movie.
More power to you. This is all you.
So yeah, with that said, we're gonna go, boom, take that off the screen. And now we've reached this time of the show.
Yes, we have.
I don't know, man. I was really hoping we were gonna keep up the steam of what we were doing. I really was. I was hoping. This one was a bit disappointing. Not totally, but a bit disappointing. Definitely. I hope the next one's way better. I don't know. I'm so indifferent over this movie because here's the thing, you know what? And I think it's the same I have the same feeling about this that I had for Red Snow, and the fact that I lost sleep over this movie.
3-4 o'clock in the morning watching this shit.
That makes me mad because I got a lot of shit to do. I got a lot of shit to do, and this movie did not deserve making me tired, and it did. So
I slept and watched this. I started watching this fucking movie at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I didn't finish till like 12. Now, mind you, it's only a 2-hour and 12-minute movie. So I took many pauses. I just couldn't sit through it like I
had to do it in two. I had to do it in two phases, not because I didn't want to sit through it. I watched the first half, and then I had to go pick up my kids, and then I came back and finished the second half.
And I got my time all wrong there. I started like around 10, and I think it was like almost 2, I meant to say.
Yeah, that sounds about more right.
That I finished the damn movie. Yeah, because
you were hitting me up, letting me know that you were finishing up while I was watching it. So I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Hey, if you guys watched this because of us and you paid for it, I hope you didn't. I'm sorry. Unless you liked it. I mean, if you liked it, then hey, more power to you. You probably won't agree with our decisions on this film anyway.
That's where the Discord comes in. Like,
that's what the Discord's for. Tell us you disagree. Get in the comments of the YouTube or whatever.
Why do you disagree? And tell us, did we miss something? Because I must have missed something in this movie, man. Because I just don't. No.
This won't go down as the worst movie by any means. It's a fairly average fucking. It's nothing special. You can see it or you can't see it. I'm not going to say don't go see it because I can see potential of people liking it, but at the same time, I wouldn't go see it. So, hey.
This is definitely not my cup of tea type of movie. I do like this type of movie, but they have to be more
directed better. I don't know how I feel about fucking what's his name. Ari Aster.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Guy?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about him as being a director because I didn't really look up what else he's done. I don't recognize his name. If this is if this is what his potential is, I'm not really holding any high regard. I hope to see something else of him to maybe change my mind. If not, then he's just going to go into my what I call my M. Night Shyamalan box.
I was reading a lot of people were praising him, and I don't see it.
Not off of this movie. Not off of this film. Maybe he did something else. I don't know. I don't know him as a director. I'm curious to look now. But as far as this movie goes, this ain't a praise movie. Nah, not in any way. Not a praise movie. But yeah, that was tonight's episode. I am curious because it was your pick. Do you have a pick for the next one?
I do. You're gonna have to. It is my pick, and I sent it to you, but I don't think.
It kind of got buried, unfortunately. I do know you sent me a pick a while ago, but it got buried under all the shit that we were sending each other, so I'm not necessarily sure.
We're so unprofessional.
I mean, it is what it is. It happens. Because I know you sent me something. Hey, save this movie.
I sent it to you, but I'm trying to think. Because we have been having problems with our cellular, mines. I'm thinking connection here. Were you not getting things?
Hold on, I think I see. Okay, hold on. I do. Okay, I'm at the point where this one we're doing. Okay, hold on. I do have it here. Hold on.
Do you?
Again. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm moving our way. Okay. Okay, good. As long as blah 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 blah. God, Jesus Christ, you talk too much.
Is that right?
Shit. Okay, I have it here. I have the URL. God damn it! I'm at the part where like you I never got the actual. I never could go to the URL because the URL didn't work.
Right.
Something. It's that one like something must die or some shit. It's some weird game show or some shit you sent me. Oh man, come on! This is sucks.
Yes, it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. The trailer I just sent you. Oh yeah, I sent it again. Sure, like blah blah. It's a Netflix link. Okay, good. Fucking hell, this is really horrible. This is really horrible. Oh my god. Okay. Fucking hell.
No, I don't have it. I don't know why. But I don't have it.
You get my picture. Yeah, this is weird. I'm reading it. I'm at the part where it is weird, completely issue, Apple, blah, blah, blah. Did you get the email? I got the email. We'll give that. Okay. That was what I sent you about those two movies. Yes, just writing up some final thoughts, yada, yada, yada. God damn it. Fucking.
Hey, read the whole day conversation.
Yeah, fucking.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
God, we gotta give something, son of a bitch.
Where do you find my stuff on Netflix, man? What the fuck?
That's the thing. I'm actually not a fan of doing that on Netflix.
The Netflix layout, yeah, it's terrible.
All visits are Christmas. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god, this is nuts. We're just gonna have to inform people on the Discord or.
That's some ass because it's in this fucking text message, but I'm not gonna sit here and make a whole fucking 20 minutes of looking through text messages.
You're gonna have to nuts.
I'm sorry, guys, if you had to fucking sit through that painful fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I can't figure it out.
We'll post it in the Discord if just get it. Again, this is why the Discord is important. Because we have so much shit going on a regular basis. Sometimes things do slip, and this is why we need a third person doing all this shit in the background. Because, fuck.
Yeah, we need to get so important that we can afford somebody to just do all the research for us, and then we just sit here. And talk
exactly. Fucking do this, but yeah, fuck it. We'll post it in the Discord. I know. He had it's about some weird fucking. It's kind of like some Saw type shit.
I can't believe it.
I remember looking into it. It's like something you must do. So it's a really cheesy name. It's like you must do this or die or some shit.
It's called Do or Die, I think. Let me look it up just to make sure.
I don't think it's Do or Die. It might be Do or Die.
Oh, choose or die.
Choose or die. Okay. Fucking hell. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
sorry.
Choose or die.
So yeah, that's a movie on Netflix. If you want to be prepared and you've made it through our bullshit of trying to figure this out, get over there, check it out on Netflix, give it a watch, and we will be here next week. We will be here next week going over that movie. And then in that episode, we'll discuss what we're going to do after that. So, with that said, make sure
choose or die.
Choose or die. All right, so choose or die. Get in there, check it out on Netflix, and as of this recording, that's where it is. So check it out, and that's the film that we're doing next. So, like I said, if you want to join in on the discussions next week, make sure to get into that movie. But yeah, I really wish we would have held up the momentum of Smile. I really thought that we were going to have a banger of episodes, and unfortunately we hit and miss. Smile was a great movie. This one, not so much.
Not so much.
So hopefully maybe the next one's better. We'll see. So with that said, though, join us next Friday, as always, 12 o'clock p.m. EST. As we do, we release every podcast on YouTube and on the podcast network of your choice every Friday, 12 o'clock p.m. EST. And if you haven't seen shit by now, we have some plans for 2023. So we will announce them later on in time as time goes on. We're not going to get into that too much, but make sure you pay attention. So get in the Discord. Discord, very important. Like I said, I've always said this, and I will continue saying it. The Discord is insanely important. You'll find out everything you need to know about what we're doing here on the Discord. So get on there, guys. Invite people. Comment on the YouTube video. Comment on the podcast pages of your choice. Comment in the Discord. Fucking comment with us. Come talk to us, guys. Let us know what you think. Maybe
we're very lonely people.
No, very, very, very.
We need
come comfort my soul and my crotch.
You want to say that shit? You get some. Yeah.
All right, baby. You got a pretty mouth. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't so bad. I mean, I still enjoy doing the show. Might have been on a shitty movie, but I do enjoy sitting here doing this, and I hope we at least entertained you while we went through this crappy fucking average film. Hopefully the next one is better. As we've always said, we don't like to actually deal with crappy movies, but sometimes they happen. That's the game. That's the nature of things. But like I said, hopefully next time. So join us next Friday, as always, at 12 o'clock p.m. EST for the next episode of the Grimm Tales podcast. But until then, I will. You have any parting words you would like to say to the peoples before you go?
Just have good weekends, good days, whatever you're having, whatever you're doing. I hope it's an enjoyable one. Peace.
All right. And with that said, I will leave you guys, as always, like he said, have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday. Make sure you're checking out all the other content on Noble, of course, and make sure you get into that URL to, all things Noble and Noble affiliated. That's Synth Pop Radio. That's the YouTube, Twitch page, everything. So get over there. Check it out. But until then, we will see you next Friday or on any of the live shows that we have. Until then, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Stay spooky, y'all, and we'll see you when we see you.
Standing by your side with my heart on hyperdrive. I'll do what it takes to make you believe. With my heart on hyperdrive, we do what we want, but when I'm free, with our hearts on hyperdrive.